Problem number 5. The average value of all the pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters in Andrew's pocket is 20 cents. If he had one more quarter, the average would be 21 cents. How many dimes does he have in his pocket? Alright, well, let's just write down what we know. Okay, and I'm going to use some variables. I'm going to use P for penny, N for nickels, D for dime, and I'm going to use Q for quarters. Okay, that's equal to pennies, the number of pennies. Okay, so that's the number of pennies, the number of nickels, the number of dimes, and the number of quarters. Okay, so if I was going to find the average of all of the money in his pocket, I would take the number of pennies, they're worth 1 cent each, and 5 times the number of nickels, 10 times the number of dimes, and 25 times the number of quarters. That would give me the total amount of money in his pocket. And if I divide that by the number of coins in his pocket, which is just the number of pennies plus the number of nickels plus the number of dimes plus the number of quarters, I'll get 20 cents. That's what it says. Alright. And then it says if he had one more quarter, he would have an average of 21 cents. So I could write that similarly. I could write 1 cent times the number of pennies, plus 5 cents times the number of nickels, plus 10 cents times the number of dimes, plus 25 cents times the number of quarters. And one more quarter would give me 25 cents. Okay, so plus 25 all over P plus N plus D plus Q. And then we added one more coin, so that's plus 1, and that's equal to 21. Now, I've got a lot of variables here. And I need to rearrange stuff and get rid of some stuff because I've got too many variables. I got 2 equations, I got 4 unknowns. It doesn't seem like it would be solvable. But let's rewrite this one up here. Let's just say the number of pennies plus 5 times the number of nickels plus 10 times the number of dimes plus 25 times the number of quarters is equal to 20 times, and I'm just going to define another variable. Now we have 5 variables, but I'm going to define a variable t as being the total number of coins. Okay, just because I don't want to write that all out again. Besides, I'm running out of room, so 20t. All right, and I could rewrite this one. Let's see if I have enough room. Pennies plus 5 times nickels plus 10 times dimes plus 25 times quarters plus 25. And all I'm doing is multiplying both sides by the denominator here. And this becomes t plus 1, right? So I'm going to multiply both sides by t plus 1. So that's going to give me 21 times t plus 1. Okay, whoops, I'm going to put a 1 there. Now if you look here, if I look at these 2 equations here, I'm seeing, a lot of duplicates here. P, 5n, 10d, 25q. If I basically just take the negative of this top thing, okay, so I take the negative of everything, and then so essentially subtract the top equation from the bottom equation, I'll get rid of a lot of variables. In fact, I'll get rid of all the p's, n's, d's, and q's. Okay, so you see, what I would do is, p minus p is 0, 5n minus 5n is 0, 10 d minus 10d is 0, 25q minus 25q is 0, and then 25, and there's nothing to pair it up with, so 25 is equal to, now I need to multiply this out, this is equal to 21t plus 21, right, if I multiply through using the distributive property. Okay, So if I take 21t minus 20t, I get t, and then I have 21. Okay, you see what I did there? I just combined those two equations by adding them together. Okay, or basically subtracting the top one from the bottom one. Okay, I get something a little better, a little more manageable. So this says basically that the number of coins plus 21 is equal to 25, which basically says if we subtract 21 from both sides, then t is equal to 4. So what's t? T was the total number of coins. So that tells us he has 4 coins in his pocket. Alright, he's got pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, or he could have any number of those, including 0 of any of those. Because if he's only got 4 coins, he may not have one of each. So we'll have to keep our minds open here. Alright, but we do know, now that we know that this thing is equal to 4, then I know that the number of pennies plus 5 times the number of nickels plus 10 times the number of dimes plus 25 times the number of quarters is equal to 80. Okay, and just multiplying both sides by 4. Okay. So, what does that tell me? I mean, I've still got these 4 variables, but if I think about it, I've only got 4 coins, and I gotta have 80 cents. So one way I could do it is I could have 3 quarters, and I could have, that would be 75 cents, and I could have 1 nickel, right? That would give me 80 cents. Now, is there any other way that I could have 4 coins and have 80 cents? Not really, because if I only have 2 quarters, that's 50 cents, and there's no way I could get 30 cents with 2 coins over here, other than having the 25 and 5, which is basically this, right? And so that's the same thing. So I know now that I have to have 3 quarters and 1 nickel. Okay? I mean, that's really the only thing that works out. And so they ask you, how many dimes does he have? If he has 3 quarters and 1 nickel, then I guess he has 0 dimes. Okay? Because there aren't any other combination of 4 coins that can give you 80 cents. Alright? So, that's the answer. We have 0.